Hello everyone, welcome back to the Devotii channel. Today I'm going to be talking about picking a deck on scrolls. It's been a while since I've done a video, but this is kind of going to be a free-form speech about how I've selected this deck. So the idea going into this was to be a charge deck. So I'm picking out cards at the moment very quickly that I think will be useful. So I've got the Brother of the Wolf to spawn Ragged Wolves which have charge for 1 attack. I've also put in Champion Ring there and Crimson Bull to add damage. This deck does get reconstructed as it goes on. I put cards in and then take them out. At the moment I'm having a careful look at all my cards just to see them. There I put in Eye of the Eagle to bring up creatures from my deck, because the idea of a charge deck is to get the creatures out quick. For similar reasons I've got Fertile Soil so that I can get a good card draw. I put in 3 God Hands just because God Hand reduces cooldown, acting kind of like charge, or haste I should say. I also put in Kinfolk Braves because they have a 1 countdown, so they attack every turn, or every other turn, depending on how you look at it. I also put in Kinfolk Veteran for their haste ability on 3 damage. That's very, very powerful. It's a good card to have. There, I put in the Ragged Wolves because they have haste. I put in Rally to reduce cooldowns on my cards and creatures that I already have. Rat King I have to put in, just because it spawns 3 rats and then I can use my God Hand or my Rally to reduce their cooldowns and increase their attack power. They can be powerful when stacked up. What do I do here? I'm still looking through the cards just to see. Here, I know what I'm gonna do. I put in Vitality Well for some healing on my creatures, but as I said, it gets reconstructed and I end up taking those out, but I think this card could be good at given times. I've heard wilding decks can be good, so I decided to put them in, but again I end up taking those out, as you will see. I'm just talking through the kind of thought process as I do this, looking really carefully at each card. Here, Gravehawks, I could get +1 attack, but I have no Grave Locks. Put in Great Wolf because that is a relentless card, and if I can reduce its cooldown using the Mangy Wolves, then it can become very powerful, and that, along with the Brother of the Wolf spawning wolves, can be very powerful. I could rip through a lot of cards. Pother, because it is a good card. It adds to card draw, and it can move their enemy or your own creatures for tactical gains. Here I'm thinking about putting in some transposition. I go ahead and do that so I can switch cards. There I take out the Vitality Well because I'm up to 46 cards at the moment. Add in Sister of the Fox for card draw, because card draw can be very useful, especially when you're going for a kind of charge/haste deck to attack very quickly. There, I just decided to spread it out so I could get a really good look at what I've got. So as it shows at the bottom, I have 49 scrolls, so I need to decide which I'm going to take out if I do, and then which I'm going to put back in. I'm taking another look through my cards, trying to be selectful and thinking about it. Here I end up selecting Frostbeard, and I decided to try and couple it with Where Are You Nutrition? That way I can try and sacrifice my Frostbeard and then perhaps use something like a Rally or a God Hand so that it just adds more attack. There I take out the Wildling because I don't see the benefits of having it, and I'm at 51 scrolls. So I'm looking for 50 as that's the minimum needed, and it's a good way to do it. 50 you recycle your deck a lot quicker. So now I've got 50, but I'm deciding what's weak in this deck. What would I always sacrifice if it came up? Again, I'm looking through my options. Do I want any walls or AoE kind of damage? Generally, I don't go for structured walls. I was also thinking about the cost of the cards, because if I can keep the costs per card low and stack up my resources, I could be able to get out a lot of different creatures within one turn, say. So if I get out, I don't know, Ragged Wolf and a Veteran, that's 4 damage, which could take out the majority of creatures that your opponent might have. Whereas if I start stacking up cards that are higher, but then looking at it, there aren't that many creatures that are above 5. I take out a God Hand because when I use it, it should be a kind of big game changer, so I don't need them that often. And I think I added in an extra transposition for card draw. Again, you really do need to think about card draw. Oh, and that's my deck. I decided that that's my deck. This has been a really random, free-form speech about how I was deciding which cards to take. I will be showing off this deck in my next video where I beat one of the hard trials that was giving me a bit of jip, but I managed to do it. So thanks for watching. This is my first video in a while, so sorry for the kind of randomness, but thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll be showing off this deck in the next video. Thanks for watching. Devotii, as always.